Well, there is a new twist in the Trump Georgia election case. District Attorney Fani Willis and Judge Scott McAfee are now drawing primary challengers in their bids for re-election. That means they both face the possibility of being pulled from the case before it heads to trial if they lose. Let's bring in our Fox News legal editor, Kerri Kupec Urbahn. Kerri, great to see you this morning. So that's getting interesting.
Oh, this has always been interesting. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind, Sandra, as we wait for the judge's decision about disqualification. One, it is really unusual for a DA to be disqualified from a case by a judge. So that's a fact that everyone needs to remember. Two, there was a lot of discussion about the standard of proof, and that matters because, unfortunately, the Georgia law appears to be unclear here. Is it a preponderance of the evidence, meaning is it more likely than not that she acted inappropriately, or is it beyond a reasonable doubt, which is a very high standard? And, looking at that and hearing all the testimony that we've all watched unfold and all the drama on screen, I think if it's a more likely than not standard, I think the judge could probably squeeze through a disqualification. But if it's beyond a reasonable doubt, I think it gets a lot harder because it's a lot of he said, she said, and circumstantial evidence. And again, because it is so unusual and it's a very big deal to disqualify a DA, these are the things that a judge that he's thinking about as he makes his decision.
So let's rewind the tape and go back to a few of those moments. As you said, it's always been interesting. This was February 15th inside that courtroom. Fani Willis, listen.
You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
And then this was Fani Willis's former friend testifying on that very same day. Listen.
Personal, romantic. I just want to make sure we don't get in an argument over what personal and romantic is later. When I ask you personal, do you take that to mean romantic?
Yes.
And do you understand it that their relationship began in 2019 and continued until the last time you spoke with her?
Yes.
As you just said, Kerri, the bar is very high to disqualify a DA from a case. At this point, what do you think are the chances that will happen?
I don't know. I think it could go either way. I think that if you have a judge who is a more traditional judge and wants to adhere to standard practices, they're going to be resistant to disqualifying a DA, again, given the precedent value, the precedent that it would set. Also keep in mind that apparently, according to reports, some of the defendants have people that they'd like to bring forward who say that they will also testify that this relationship began long before they gave it to the court as far as what they said it when it started, which of course would be a problem because if they lied to the court both in court and in filings, that would be, not only would it be a crime, which they would have to deal with separately, I think that would be almost automatic grounds for disqualification because it goes straight to their integrity. And then one more thing, Sandra, don't forget, there's that Georgia lawmaker investigation that's going on as well. And they say that they have people who want to come to them and testify under oath who say that she's lying about when the relationship began. So that's something that's still happening in the background. But, the judge said that we can expect a decision from him over these weeks, and from the reports that I'm reading, it seems like it's going to come any day now.
Really interesting. Real quick final question on this Boeing situation and this string of recent incidents, including the door plug incident. Now you've got the Justice Department opening a probe. They're interviewing crews in Alaska on this airline's blowout. Where do you see all of this going? Buttigieg over the weekend insisting that flying is the safest way to travel. What do you say to people about what you've learned here, Kerri?
I think it goes to mindset. When I saw that the Wall Street Journal had reported that it had become a criminal investigation, what I started thinking about was, they must be suspicious that Boeing is withholding information from them because don't forget, Boeing has been accused of that in the past, not producing relevant information. Now, the Justice Department in a previous case dropped that charge, but they were accused of that. And I believe in the Senate investigation of this incident, it was very convoluted as to whether they had info, whether they could find it. They couldn't find it. They said it hadn't been prepared. So if, the Justice Department thinks there's a pattern with Boeing of withholding information about these accidents, that's potentially a problem for them, and that's going to raise suspicion, and it's going to make them more likely to investigate in the way that they're doing.
We'll certainly keep watching all of that. Kerri, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.